Hello and welcome to the Rusty Old GMC. This is Alex and Adam, Nutty, whatever you want to call them. And we are building a K20 GMC, 84 K20 GMC. And we have some backstory to it, and here's the story.
So, his birthday was on the 2nd of January. Me and his mother bought him 84 K20 GMC. It's in rough shape. Mechanically, chassis-wise, it's in really good shape. Doesn't have an engine. Second gear's out of the 4-speed manual. I got an engine from a buddy. I told some people I was going to do this, and everybody loves this kid. Everybody that's around him, wherever he works. He's got several jobs. Everybody found out about it and wanted to help. One buddy gave me a motor for a smoking deal, but he doesn't know anything about it, and it didn't spin. It was clean, but it didn't spin. It was freshly rebuilt before he had it. Still assembly lube on the rod and main journals and everything. You could tell it had never ever ran. But it was tight. I felt like it was probably just the rings that were tight, or potentially put together wrong. Maybe they didn't number the caps, whatever. And either way, whatever we find in there, it's a mystery. We don't know what it has. We're going to check it out. We're going to tear it apart. Good, bad, or otherwise, we're going to take it down to bare bones and see what's going on. It's an LT1, which does not belong in a truck, but it's going to be in one. It's a LT1 was made for mid-90s full-size cars like Buick Roadmaster, Chevy Caprice, Impala SS, things like that. And then those were all cast head motors. And then the same motor with aluminum heads was in the Camaros, Firebirds, F-body cars, and also Corvettes in the 90s. So it actually was the highest horsepower production 350, not small block, but highest 350 horsepower GM ever made, and it was just a hair under 400 horse factory, just stock. So that doesn't sound like a lot today, but in those days, that was a lot of power. We didn't know how to pass emissions in the 90s without taking a bunch of power out of it. But anyhow, my backstory is I used to be a full-time mechanic. Haven't done that in a very long time. I also built race engines and raced. I got out of that. Last time I was full-time mechanic was almost 25 years ago. More than 20. Racing, kind of got out of that I was still in it after I wasn't a mechanic, but my best friend died in an accident that I did most of my racing stuff with. So I kind of just stayed away from the racing scene for a while. And then a friend of mine his grandson was really struggling with their race car, and he asked if I'd stop by one day after work and give him a hand or some pointers, and I ended up helping him for quite a few years, and I started building a few engines again, and it's still been at least 10 years since I've been inside a motor, other than like head gaskets on my wife's car here at home and stuff like that. But it's been a while since I've been in this game. But nobody knows everything. Everybody learns every day. If you're not learning every day, you're not trying to do anything new, I guess. I am not real familiar with the LT1. I've worked on them inside of cars, but never completely tore one apart. They're very similar to a small block Chevy or a Vortec, other than the front timing case, because the water pumps run off the cam, and they had the Opti spark off the crankshaft, which we got an intake to put a distributor in. We're not going to deal with the spark, especially not in a pickup truck. It just, we have all kinds of room. There's no reason to be hiding stuff. So, anyhow, anything else we're forgetting? Oh, shout out to Jeremy Opitz. He's been a big help. He also has some really cool trucks, some square bodies, some modern stuff. I asked him if it was okay, and he said he might show his face on the I guess we'll call it channel. Yeah. From time to time, he's got some really sweet trucks that you guys will all probably love to see. Right now, I think I did get the motor loose. He's been putting some Marvel Mystery Oil, PV Blaster, and whatever other kind of rust inhibitor chemical we have.
Whatever we have.
Alright, so got some high quality prying devices. I can't find my good stuff down here. Well, honestly, it's not. You can see that she's definitely moving now. And whoever built this thing did not leave a lot of room at the deck height, which means pretty tight on the compressions. But she's spinning freely. We tried it all. We weren't really trying to turn on it. It had automatic, not a flywheel. What's a flex plate? The flex plate's still bolted to it, even on the engine stand. So that's what I was trying to pry on, because A, we are not going to use the flex plate, and B, it's a little easier on all the other engine parts and keyways and whatever. So 2 weeks it's been soaking.
About, yeah.
And then I just walked up to it with a screwdriver, which you'll see, because I did pull my camera out. And it just spun. So it was just the rings that were tight to the cylinder bores from sitting. It was rebuilt, but then it just sat for a very long time.
You might have to replace them too.
So, yeah, I mean, the pistons are right at the deck height, so I don't know if there's some different rods in there, or different pistons or what, but it's going to be a pretty high compression situation, because even with the stock LT1 heads, the chambers are only like 54 or 58 cc's. They're pretty small for a Chevy head. So we'll have to look into that, because we're not going to run this thing on anything better than pump gas. So
I mean, maybe
one race feels like, I mean, E85 would work.
Yeah,
but we'll figure it out. E85 is pretty available around here, so that is an option, I guess. We're still kind of working out the kinks, whether we're going to carburate it or use some kind of Holley, Sniper, self-learning, whatever. There's other companies out there that make it, not just Holley.
Lubrock, whatever.
And so probably go fuel injection, just because the kids these days are going to be rebuilding stuff that has fuel injection. LS swap everything these days, right? So that's the way things are. But the only people still using carbs are boomers like me, or circle track roundy round cars, because they don't really love fuel injection. Too much sloshing around in the tank. So.
And I was born around it, pretty much.
Yeah. So, anything else we should throw in?
I think we pretty much covered it.
So we'll see how good this guy is at editing. We got a few bloopers and a couple short pieces that maybe we can throw in this video. This is our first attempt at long form. Neither of us have a clue what we're doing as far as editing or anything.
I mean, I have some...
We know our ways around tools, but we don't know our way around cameras. So, maybe someday we'll get your mom to be on camera.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy the content, and come watch Alex learn how to build his first truck.
How to build my first truck.
All right.